guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Sunday. Hope you're having an awesome weekend wherever you are. Obviously, I wasn't around yesterday, but I did still put out a video. I hope you guys enjoyed my interview with Enjin Coin. Also, just a friendly reminder, tomorrow is Monday, so we are giving away another Ledger Nano S on the channel. I know most of you know this, but there might be some new subscribers, so all you got to do is just drop a comment on literally any video during the week, and we will pick a random winner on Monday, tomorrow. So having a look at what's going on, it's a little bit of a mix right now. Some coins are up, some coins are down. It is the weekend, so we do notice that volume is a little bit lower. You can see it's around 30.9 billion. It was a little bit higher, right, over the course of the week. Now, we do have Bitcoin dominance still pulling down to 50.2%. I could probably see it going to 50%, honestly, but then we're going to kind of hit that psychological number. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we always have these psychological numbers like 4,000, 5,000, 50%, like round numbers in crypto, right? So having a look at what's going on, we do still have Bitcoin above 4,100. Biggest gainers of the day. TTC protocol. I've never heard of this coin before, but it is doing $42 million worth of volume. What is this coin? Upbit, Bittrex, wow, Buybox. This is new to me, guys. Have you heard of this coin? So yeah, we'll have to see what's going on with that guy. But as far as the other gainers, we have Elastos up. Congratulations for that. It's been a long time coming. Tezos, Buybox, Knowles, Project Pi, Eternity, Walton, Loom Network, and ARK as well. And guys, I just want to point out, I definitely had a feeling that we were going to get onto the second page of CoinMarketCap, and AERGO is now at number 283. We were at 301. So still climbing, and it's not pumping. It's actually a nice gradual climb. I like that. So we will take that. Now, getting back on the topic of Bitcoin, you can see right down here, volume has dropped very, very, very low. But of course, it is the weekend. So we're pretty much doing exactly what I said we would do the other day when I drew that. Remember, I drew that like stupid little diagram? Well, I said we'd kind of go up here. Now, clearly, we are still hitting the resistance of this channel. We are out of the waters when it comes to this right here. So that's a good thing. Now, the question is, volume's low. You know, April 1st is coming up, right? Are we going to get that Bitcoin April Fool's Day? Well, listen, if Bitcoin does end up taking that dump tomorrow, you can see some of the key levels here. Obviously, we were worried about this sort of cross right here, but we're out of that, right? So let me just zoom out real quick, and you can see we're being supported by this right here. It's a very weak support. It hasn't been confirmed. So if we were to fall, worst case scenario, yeah, we could go down to 3,426 because like I said, we've been supported by the 200 weekly moving average. Why would we not be supported by it anymore? However, if you want to look on the positive side, if we were to break through, you know, well, short term, we'd have to obviously get through this 4,150 mark, which still has been holding since way back here at the end of February. But ultimately, you'd want to get through that $4,200 mark. That's sort of the, that's the number, man. That's what everybody's looking at. So if Bitcoin can break above 4,200, I definitely think it's going to be a lot more positive. But short term, if we were to fall, like I said, we might go back down to 3,426, but guys, we're at the tail end of this thing. And also to correct what I said in the other video, yes, May is 1 year leading up to the halvening. It's not the halvening. So I know I was talking really fast, but that was actually what I was implying the other day in the video. Now, super quick, we're going to get back to Bitcoin, but I want to throw this in there because some people are thinking that Ethereum may actually be due for a rally soon. You can see Crypto Dog said if ETH can break 148, it will end the month-long range and set the stage for $200. However, there is this argument that Ethereum may not grow or may not have that sort of appeal as it used to. And we're going to get into that. And you definitely need to stick around for this because it's something that I think that is going to affect a lot of people potentially in the space moving forward. Now, let's talk about Alex Krüger, okay? He tends to be pretty accurate with a lot of his calls, right? So according to him, he says whether the bear trend of Bitcoin, which began in early January of 2018, could end as we see it reach that $4,200 level that we talked about, he says it's not up for debate. Technically, when an asset experiences consecutive lower lows and breaks above previous lows with a higher low movement, it signals the end of the bear trend. However, the projection of the Bitcoin price escaping its 15-month bear trend is conditional in that it still has to break out of that 4,200 resistance level. So, if Bitcoin does continue to potentially struggle here, especially at the $4,200 mark, and then it dips down to the low $3,000 region, so that, I guess if it went to the lower region, are they saying that it could break lower than the 200 weekly? It's possible, but we haven't seen it do that yet. So why would it be different now, right? Anyway, he goes on to say, this is not a call, not a matter of aging well or not. A break above 4,200 technically ends the bear trend that started in January. Facts don't care about opinions. If strong selling resumes later on, that would represent a different trend. Now, if we just go back here to a post that he put out in February, you can see he says right here, once price breaks the 4,200, it could move fast. Matter of watching levels, just like the $3,700 yesterday. So this is back in February, a little bit outdated, but you could see that's still sort of the long-term projection. Now, there's a few other things I want to talk about here. I want to talk about Bloomberg's Aaron Brown. He's the former boss of a $226 billion investment firm, former manager, director, and head of financial market research at AQR Capital Management. So I want you to just listen to this. Now, this is a pretty long interview. I only highlighted a few key points of it, but I want you to hear what he said. So he starts out by saying, there are almost unlimited potential uses of cryptocurrencies. Fat protocols incentivize collective action, work sharing, anything people now give away for free, open source code, blogs, they could all benefit from the right cryptocurrency. So they asked him, the value of cryptocurrencies has fallen eightfold last year. What silver lining might there be besides the fact that it pushed the speculators away? He said, that's a silly way to look at it. Crypto prices today are about what they were in September of 2017. So for any of you that just got involved and think it's too late, think about what he's saying right now. The run-up and crash piled in about $20 billion in investor funding. Some of it was stolen or frittered away, but most went to support, and it's still supporting useful development. It did a lot to clarify legal and regulatory issues, and it pulled in a lot of financial institutions. It raised public awareness and stimulated a lot of developers. And here's the big quote right here. The boom pushed crypto forward 3 to 5 years in my estimation. So he actually says that, even though we had that big boom and bust, the amount of people that got involved, the eyes, the attention, the focus, right? That really helped to grow the space. And we saw while the bear market was happening, while prices were tumbling, people were panic selling, what was happening in the background. Well, the good projects, the legit projects, they stayed, they focused, and they were just building. Right? And now look at all this great stuff that we have going on in the background. They also say, hey, 2% of the world economy could be financed via Bitcoin, which is what you claimed in Bloomberg last year. So have the bear market and developments in the industry change your mind? He said, I don't change these estimates for minor ups and downs like the price spike in 2017 or the collapse in 2018. But if I were to change it, I'd actually move it up a bit. Interesting. The technical progress in 2018 was above expectation. Not an A+ year, but a B or a B+ one. The price spike brought in lots of investor money, which are still financing useful innovation, and the collapse drove out a lot of schemers, fraudsters, and delusional optimists. But I know what you're saying. Institutional money, right? What about these financial advisors, right? They're not telling people to go out and buy Bitcoin. Well, here's something really cool. And I want to tell you some results that happened from basically this event that they did. So they had Rick Eldman, right? And he staged a blockchain and crypto asset pre-event with Barron's top independent advisor summit. Now, this had a lot of sponsors behind it. They had big guys like Fidelity. They had Grayscale, Pantera Capital, Van Eck, the advisor blockchain, right? They were all involved. So basically at the event, they had no less than 155 of the US's top financial advisors and influencers in the digital asset space. They underwent a half day of training and education pertaining to distributed ledger technologies, etc. Most of them were bears on the way in. So according to this, virtually every participating advisor, 96% who completed a survey when they first got there, said that they do not recommend crypto assets to clients, and almost 8 out of 10, it was roughly 79%, do not plan to do so, right? Well, here's the kicker. After the event, they went back and they talked to these guys again. 89% held more favorable towards crypto assets and no longer considered Bitcoin mere speculation. 82%, meanwhile, claimed that they were more likely to purchase cryptocurrencies. 71% left believing that Bitcoin would reach higher prices than they initially expected. And perhaps most importantly, 91% stated that they would cease discouraging their clients from purchasing cryptocurrencies. So what does this teach us? Well, basically, Edelman stated that this remarkable turnaround is attitude by these top financial advisors, and it demonstrates that you need to teach these people, right? This is the urgency of understanding it, of learning it. This is why I say, if somebody goes to me and says, hey, should I invest in Bitcoin? I tell them no. I know, right? Why? Do you know what it is? No. You should go home and research it. Because then you're not going to be investing from just a matter of, oh, I hope the price goes up, and if it does, then I'm going to sell. You're going to actually understand the fundamental values behind it, and then, well, then you know how the story goes. I mean, look what happened. Look at the videos I'm making. Look at the people watching, right? You know the rabbit hole that you go down once you actually learn about this technology. So I just wanted to point that out as well. Now, here's a video that came out from Alessio Rustani, and he was talking about an inverted yield curve and how in the past this leads to a recession. So, you can see right here, he's got it circled. He's thinking around 2021, should we continue to go lower, that we may enter the next recession, right? And in this video, he essentially argues that basically in recessions like this, people turn to alternative assets and they sell them for cash. So he seems to think that in this situation that he would sell, or that people would sell Bitcoin in order to get cash. Now, I just want to point out that Bitcoin was built. Bitcoin spawned from the ashes of 2008. 2008 was the last real financial crisis that, I can remember, right? And that was the birth of Bitcoin. So we have not really seen another financial crisis or a global recession with the existence of Bitcoin. I personally, now I am a little biased. You do know that. I clearly have strong opinions on Bitcoin and cryptos, but I actually think that we might turn to Bitcoin as a hedge against this collapse, right? So that's my opinion. I think that for the first time, we actually have a tool. We actually have a store of value that could actually combat and be something better than any of the alternatives we've ever had before. Let me know what you think. Am I just delusional? Am I being crazy? Or could Bitcoin potentially be, that savior during the next financial crisis? I'll actually drop a poll above. You guys can let me know. But drop a comment below. Let's get the conversation going. Also, I don't know what the heck this picture is. I just thought it kind of looked cool while I was talking. So anyway, let's get back to this. I told you I was going to bring this back up again. So the crypto dog, right? He seems to think that Ethereum is going to make a run to 200. Very possible. I'm not saying it's not, but the question is Ethereum ever going to see those all-time highs like we had seen in the past? I mean, if we go back here, you can see it had an all-time high for Bitcoin at 0.15 Bitcoin. Now that's pretty impressive. Now, maybe some of you don't understand or you want something like easier to relate to, so we could use dollars as well. And basically, it had an all-time high of $1,389 according to CoinMarketCap, and that was on January 14th. So between the all-time Bitcoin high of 0.15, or if we look at the all-time dollar high, the question is, either way, can Ethereum ever actually get back to that point, either dollar or Bitcoin, all right? That is the question. That's a pretty massive increase. Well, here's the thing, guys. We have initial exchange offerings now, and I want to show you basically real quick these charts, okay? Look at this BitTorrent chart. Not really that impressive, right? I mean, it's just kind of been going down and down and down. Well, let's have a look at BitTorrent returns had you got into the ICO. 6.9 US dollar, 4.9 ETH, 5.44 Bitcoin. Okay, let's have a look at Fetch.ai. Chart's not looking too good, right? What about if you held all the way down and you had gotten in at the ICO? You would still be up 2.3, 2.2 in ETH or 2.5 in Bitcoin. Okay, you kind of get the point I'm trying to make here. Seller Network. Let's talk about Seller Network. Okay, this actually had a little more Seller Network has one of the most interesting, actually, out of the charts. It had this little cool little dip here. But so actually, if you bought there, congratulations, you're up. But if you didn't, okay, and you held, you're probably still down on this. However, had you bought in, you're still up 3x USD, 3x ETH, and basically 3x Bitcoin. Okay, so what's the point I'm trying to make here? Well, the point that I'm trying to make is that Ethereum has essentially really skyrocketed as being a fundraising mechanism, right? Now, I know the whole thing, it started out as like the world's supercomputer, smart contract platform. It's gone through a lot of different sort of use cases, and I'm not saying that now that we're not raising funds on Ethereum, let's just throw Ethereum out. I'm not saying that, but I wonder with the competition. I mean, we've seen, for example, coins like, not BBX, I'm sorry, Buy Box token, BIX, up, right? So are we seeing the exchange tokens? I mean, even Binance, guys, Binance is even still up today, right? 4.26, right? So are we seeing these exchange tokens sort of become the next Ethereum now that they're going to have these initial exchanges? I mean, look, you could come over here to Coin Codex. Look at how many they have launched up. Some of these launch pads I'm not even familiar with. Probit, Xmarks, CoinNeal, Robinhood, I know them. They got Dexon coming out. Decimated. That sounds like a pretty harsh decimated. Yeah. So look, you got Veriblock, MinaPay, Multivac is coming out on KuCoin. DOS Network on BitMEX, Seller Network we had. So you could see this is becoming the new trend. So basically, I wonder if Ethereum will be able to maintain its status almost. Now, look, it does have things happening. For example, Ethereum 2.0 development, they've managed to keep the target of their proof of stake testnet, right, which is launching this March with Nimbus. So that's a good thing. Although, wait, hold on, launch this March with Nimbus announcing on Thursday. So this is a little, what day is Guys, do you ever lose track of the days as much as I do? So basically, this is a major milestone in the development of Ethereum 2.0. But my question that I'm trying to ask you is, do you still think that Ethereum will be able to have that sort of use case, or will it have to find other use cases, basically, with all of these initial exchange offerings? I'm very curious. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Is Ethereum going to be able to still have that hype or have that utility that it used to have? For the ICOs, I mean, don't forget, guys, there are a lot of ERC20 tokens still. A lot. And, we spoke to Enjin yesterday, and we're still having ERC 721s, ERC 1155s. So the Ethereum network, even though maybe we may not be using it as much for, crowdfunding or fundraising, we may actually shift and start using it for some other reason. So I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it would be a fun topic of conversation today. I'm not really going in either direction. I still think Ethereum could do well. I just think that the crowdfunding aspect of it, fundraising aspect of it may not be the biggest appeal as it used to be. That's just my argument for that situation. Now, let's talk about episode 1, Tears of a Clown. So we finally have Bitcoin and Friends. If you guys haven't seen it, they actually told me that they watched my video before, and they're actually looking to, kind of maybe bleep some of the curse words and stuff, make it slightly more family friendly. But regardless, definitely check this out, guys, if you haven't seen it yet. So it's pretty funny. You guys will like this. It's pretty funny. Definitely check it out. So also, I wanted to talk about a little bit of coin news today. So this had come out, and I'm only bringing this up because I just wanted to point something out. So Brave browser users can now earn up to $70 a year for watching ads. I've actually heard some people complaining about this and being like, ew, $70 a year? That's so stupid. Like, how ungrateful are you, man? I mean, okay, like, you're literally doing the exact same thing that you do anyway. Searching the internet, looking things up. And yeah, it's only $70, but I don't know, you're not getting berated with unnecessary ads, you're not getting targeted, your data's not getting stored, it's a faster user experience, and on top of it, you're still potentially making $70 a year. But here's the thing, you're getting paid in basic attention token. That's assuming that basic attention token stays at like a certain price, right? So yeah, I mean, just think about it. Yeah, you're getting paid $70 a year, but if you hold that basic attention token, right, and the price goes up, which we've seen basic attention token price going up. I mean, let's just go back here and look at it, right? Now, it's up only 1.3%, but I mean, look, you can see right here, it's had a nice little run. So I don't know, just pointing it out there. To those people that are being ungrateful, come on, give it a break. It's still better experience than most of these others. Also, once again, I just want to remind you guys, because sort of to follow up on my interview, they are doing on April 4th, there will be a AMA in the English Telegram on Binance. If you guys are interested, they're going to be giving away over 1,000 Enjin-backed ERC. I think they meant to write 1155s, not 155s. But yes, so you guys can check that out if you're interested. Also, the World Bank is apparently praising distributed ledgers and calling on Ripple's xRapid as potentially transformational technology. The report specifically refers to xRapid. They talk about in 2018, Ripple piloted xRapid. And they go on to say the DLT-based cross-border payment solution along the very competitive U.S.-Mexico corridor. Financial institutions involved in the pilot save 40% to 70% in foreign exchange cost. Transfer the funds on xRapid took 2 to 3 seconds. You guys know how Ripple goes. So that's basically the situation that's going on with that. Now, confirmation, we did have an issue with Bithumb. Obviously, this happened yesterday. I wasn't around to put this out, so I'm just going to touch on it super quick in case for some reason you didn't know about this, or if you did, you probably might have been affected. Sorry if you were, but they're saying it didn't affect user funds. They say, we deeply apologize to our members for delaying the cryptocurrency deposit and withdrawal service. We would like to inform you of circumstances of these grounds. So basically they translated it, right? And the incident was an accident involving insiders. Okay, so Bithumb points out that it was the exchange's fault, that it only focused on protection from outside attacks and didn't verify itself from its staff. That's interesting, man. Now you can't even trust the staff. So the announcement promises that the incident won't repeat itself since the company is developing its workforce verification system. So basically, the exchange's EOS hot wallet started sending out EOS to the attacker's address. More than 3 million EOS, about $12.5 million had been transferred. Then there was also about 20 million XRP, equivalent to about 6.2 million that had been stolen. But they do say users' funds were in cold storage. You're fine. You're not affected by it. What can we learn from this? Well, this is the second time that this has happened to Bithumb, even though circumstantially it's different. Take your money off exchanges. How many times do I have to tell you guys? Put it in a Ledger Nano S. Put it in some cold storage. If you are not actively day trading, if you're not swing trading, why? Why keep it on an exchange? What is that serving you? What purpose? Okay, please be safe, guys. As you guys know, just put it on a device that you own the private key, man. So, all right, but I want to end on some good news today. Not all doom and gloom. President at Japanese cryptocurrency exchange Decurrent has unveiled a cryptocurrency payment system during a business presentation in Tokyo on March 27th. The new system would enable the Suica, not familiar, maybe I'm saying that wrong, payment card issued by the East Japan Railway Company. This is Japan's biggest railway company, by the way, to be topped up with cryptocurrency. So this is pretty cool. You can put crypto on the card. Still, the report points out that there are no concrete plans as of press time, okay, and that JR East is only considering the implementation. But hey, considering, we'll take it, right? Data released by the company showed that as of the end of March last year, nearly 70 million of these cards were issued. It's a lot of cards. It's a lot of opportunities to get the word out there, right, guys? And if that's not enough for you, check out Spotted in France at the front door of a tobacco shop. There you go. Bitcoin. All right. There we go, guys. So that is it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by on a Sunday. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys rock. Obviously, if you haven't had a chance to pick up a Ledger Nano X, I'm only giving away one of these a week. If you guys want, you could definitely use my link below. One of the best ways to help support the channel. I'm a fan of referral links because it's a win-win. You get to keep your crypto safe and it helps the channel. So thank you so much. Also, guys, if you hate watching ads as much as most people do, and you want to make $70 a year and complain about it, apparently, you can download the Brave browser. If you use my link below, you get $5 in tokens as well. I am a verified publisher, so that does work out for me as well. And I do want to just remind you guys, this is the last day for the Denarium physical Bitcoin wallet giveaway. There's 13 hours left. I've never used one of these things, but apparently it's on this little thing that looks like a Bitcoin. Pretty cool. And that is a giveaway from the Blockchain Brief. We actually have a brand new newsletter coming out either tomorrow or the day after. If you guys haven't had a chance to get subscribed, it's only $5 a month. And I'm not sure, they had a spring deal going on for $55 for the whole year. I think it's still going on. So if you guys want, you could definitely check that out. Blockchain Brief, I write for it, and so does a bunch of other different content creators. You guys could definitely check that out. But as usual, I do not expect anything from you. You don't have to purchase anything from the channel. Stopping by, saying hello, that's enough for me. You guys know that you're the reason that I get up and I do this every single day. Once again, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope you had an awesome weekend. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.